From the hangar in Lancaster, California, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Joseph.
On this episode of L28 News, coverage of the 80s themed Christmas parade that took place in the heart of Lancaster, a highlight of Lancaster's small business startup series, a dive into the history of the MOAH CEDAR, and a look at their latest exhibition, Sensory Perceptions.
A feature on the Oasis Aquatics swim team here in Lancaster. We learn more about the recently approved housing development in the city, a visit to Stay Creative, Tattoo and Piercing, and a recap of the Quartz versus Antelope Valley High School varsity basketball matchup.
On December 2nd, the heart of Lancaster came alive with a nostalgic 1980s themed Christmas parade, which turned Lancaster Boulevard into a festive spectacle. Organized by the Antelope Valley Chamber of Commerce and supported by numerous local sponsors, the event attracted hundreds of residents and guests, all gathered to revel in the colorful array of floats and performances, holiday spirit, and community camaraderie. The parade showcased an impressive array of participants, including local schools, businesses, and organizations. The streets were lined with a variety of vehicles, each echoing the festive mood. Classic muscle cars, including the iconic General Lee, an orange 1969 Dodge Charger famously known from the TV series The Dukes of Hazzard, paraded down the boulevard. Adding to the nostalgia were a caravan of festive Volkswagen buses and Beetles, the Grinchmobile, and a Ghostbusters tribute courtesy of the Boy Scouts of America, among many other floats celebrating 80s movies and pop culture. The parade was further enlivened by performances from local high school bands and drum lines, cheerleading teams, and bands playing live music from flatbed trucks. The atmosphere was filled with the sounds of music and cheer, serenading the crowds as the parade progressed. The cultural richness of the community was on full display, with dancers donning Mexican folklore dresses and traditional charro suits. A group of well-trained horses strutted along, mounted by cowboys in charro suits and sombreros, while a herd of llamas in festive outfits added a unique and cheerful touch. The Desert Christian Middle School dance team, fully embracing the 80s theme, performed from their moving parade float. Meanwhile, the Desert Christian Elementary School chose to perform on foot, adding to the dynamic display. Various local dance studios and dance teams of all ages delighted the crowds with choreographed performances, showcasing the talent and enthusiasm of the community. Distinguished guests, including Mayor R.X. Paris, City Councilmember Ken Mann, Lancaster Chief of Police Rod Armelin, Senator Scott Wilk, and Assemblyman Tom Lackey participated in the parade. The latter were seen riding in a classic Ford F-100 truck, affectionately known as Big Red. And who could forget the special guest appearance of Santa Claus himself, who brought the magical spirit of Christmas to life. As the parade wound its way down Lancaster Boulevard, it left behind a trail of joyful memories. The 80s themed Christmas parade was not just a celebration of the festive season, but a testament to the strong community spirit here in the Antelope Valley, and the shared joy of coming together to celebrate traditions and create new ones.
Ryan, what an illustration of community. It was like a who's who of the Antelope Valley. Hundreds of people were there. Such a great parade.
You're right. I mean, it was awesome to see friends and family hanging out on the sidelines. And, they really got their full day's activities in because it was about a 3-hour parade.
Exactly, right. So you started around like 9 o'clock to check in. The streets, 10th Street and Lancaster Boulevard were all lined up with the parade participants. And then they go right across from Lancaster Boulevard and ending at Sierra Highway. And I got to tell you, some of my favorite floats was the Lancaster Robotics team, the 399, which had a DeLorean on the back of their parade.
Yeah, that was awesome. I think they called it the Toy Factory, right? And it had all types of cool nods to like 80s pop culture, like a big Game Boy, the classic one. My personal favorite, I really liked the Special Olympics of Antelope Valley's float. They had done a really great job of decorating this massive float with all types of cool pop culture nods. But what I really liked, the extra little details, they had like a life-size scale E.T. from the movie on that famous bicycle scene at the end of their float. And I thought that was really cool and really artistic.
Yeah, it really gave a nostalgic feel of the 80s. In an effort to foster innovation and support the dreams of aspiring entrepreneurs, the City of Lancaster has joined hands with the Small Business Development Center to introduce the Small Business Startup Series. This groundbreaking initiative serves as a jumpstart opportunity for individuals with entrepreneurial ambitions, offering them a comprehensive platform to equip themselves with the essential knowledge, skills, and resources needed to navigate the intricate landscape of modern business. Mayor R.X. Paris expressed his enthusiasm for the program, stating, "We believe that every great business starts with a dream and a plan. The Small Business Startup Series is more than a program. It's a guiding light of hope for those who aspire to create, innovate, and succeed. Lancaster is proud to support our future business owners as they start this incredible journey." The series boasts a diverse curriculum covering pivotal subjects including how to develop a business plan, digital marketing, how to raise funding, accounting boot camps, and more. One of the standout features of the Small Business Startup Series is the Blooming Poppies Pitch Competition. The City of Lancaster's Assistant Director of Housing and Economic Development, Shannon Dow, was recently in studio and went over the details of this exciting opportunity with our viewers. Let's check out what she had to say about the Blooming Poppies Pitch Competition.
This will kick off in the fall, and they will have a 6-month period during which entrepreneurs and local small businesses can participate in these educational opportunities. They will be held in a virtual format, so people can do them whenever is most convenient for them, right from the privacy of their own home. And when they register with us, they are able to become eligible to compete in the pitch competition. So we will have approximately 13 different courses that are available. Mm-hmm. These include everything from accounting and human resources management to crafting your business plan and a marketing plan, just all of the different tenets that people need in order to have a successful business once they get started. And once they've completed at least 8 of those 13 courses, they will become eligible to participate in the pitch competition. So the city itself is providing a $5,000 grant for the winner of that pitch competition. And we're also working with landlords and lenders to provide other prizes to people who are interested. So that competition will take place on April 5th at LPAC. And we look forward to helping small business owners achieve their dreams.
Participants must register, complete a minimum of 8 courses out of the total 12, be located within the Antelope Valley, and have been in business for less than 2 years for a chance to win the $5,000 grant and other exciting prizes to kickstart their ventures. All courses in the Small Business Startup Series will be offered virtually, catering to a diverse range of aspiring entrepreneurs. The content will be available in both English and Spanish, making it accessible to a wider audience. The City of Lancaster invites all budding entrepreneurs to seize the unique opportunity for growth and success. For additional information and registration, those interested are encouraged to scan the QR code shown on screen or call 661-723-6128. Embark on a transformative journey with the Small Business Startup Series and invest in your entrepreneurial aspirations.
Joe, it's wonderful that the City of Lancaster is investing in these young entrepreneurs and small businesses, but more so than that, they're investing in our local economy by stimulating new businesses to, take that bold step of going into business for themselves and keeping those dollars here.
You're right, Ryan, and it's great support from the city, especially showing support with these small businesses starting in their first and second year, which are always the crucial and more pivotal ones.
Yeah, the most challenging.
Right.
And I think it's great that they're getting guidance from business professionals and experts in the field. And, early on, they're getting that crucial information of how to do things right. Like they're starting their business with a strong foundation of accounting principles, having a strong plan. And I think they're really just setting them up for success.
Absolutely. Because, when it comes to business, especially in today's modern world, there's so many aspects, so many, hats to wear. And,
right.
It takes a lot to make that dream come true.
Yeah. So this is an awesome boot camp to really get people up to speed.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere. When we return from the break, we'll be diving into the history of the MOAH CEDAR, followed by the opening reception of Melissa Reischman's Sensory Perceptions in the Art Gallery.
Welcome back to L28. In this next segment, we dive into the history behind one of Lancaster's oldest standing buildings, the CEDAR Center for the Arts, more commonly known as the MOAH CEDAR. Afterwards, we welcome the opening of Sensory Perceptions, the latest art exhibit to find a home at the museum. In the heart of Lancaster, California, stands the MOAH CEDAR, a historic building with a rich past that has shaped the community for a century. Built in 1923, this iconic structure has served various purposes over the years, evolving to meet the changing needs of the city. Built as a multifunctional hub, the MOAH CEDAR complex housed a library, justice court, sheriff station, jail, and a civic center. In 1937, a tragic fire caused extensive damage and led to a major reconstruction effort the following year. The redesigned complex emerged with the distinctive architectural style that we still recognize today. The MOAH CEDAR's role continued to adapt to the growing demands of the community. In the early 1960s, advancements in facilities prompted the relocation of the sheriff's station and jail to a larger facility, the Antelope Valley Civic Center. As time marched on, the MOAH CEDAR's significance did not go unnoticed. In recognition of its historical importance, the complex was listed on the National Register of Historic Places as the 20th century drew to a close. In 1994, it received further acknowledgement as a California Historic Landmark, solidifying its place in the state's cultural heritage. In 2014, the MOAH CEDAR underwent renovations that skillfully preserved its original character while reinforcing its infrastructure. These efforts aim to ensure that the building continued to be a looking glass to Lancaster's past, present, and future. The community celebrated the commitment to preserving this iconic landmark, allowing it to remain a symbol of Lancaster's enduring history for generations to come.
The MOAH CEDAR ended 2023 with a display of Melissa Reischman's work with the exhibition Sensory Perceptions. The collection, divided between the two galleries, showcased the vibrant oil paintings and charcoal works done by the artists over the years. As visitors stepped into the first gallery, they were greeted by a kaleidoscope of colors, each jumping off the white background. The walls, adorned with a breathtaking array of vibrant hues, drew viewers into a world where emotions were expressed through a palette of rich and diverse tones. Those in attendance for the opening reception gave their support to Reischman and her work in the form of praise, appreciation, and gifts. Let's head to the MOAH CEDAR, where Melissa Reischman tells viewers about how it feels to have her work on display in the art gallery, where the inspiration for her creations come from, and what her favorite part of the entire process is. She also shared a few words of advice with viewers, along with how residents can view more of her work.
Oh, it feels great. It takes on a life of its own when it's in a room with white walls and they're all together at once. And it feels complete for me. My inspiration for a lot of this are flowers, obviously, that I have a lot of photographs of flowers on my computer. And I visit Descanso Gardens a lot. And sometimes I set up little still lifes with flowers and I photograph them. And there's one in particular that I took a photo montage of, and then I painted that. So that's a little different, but the shapes and the way the light hits flower petals is a big inspiration for me. The paintings are all done in oil, and the other part of the installation is in charcoal on paper. It's hard to gauge, but I'd say like this big one here took me about 10 weeks to finish it. I do it in increments, and since it's oil, it needs to dry in between each session. So since it's big, there's a lot of paint going on it. I think the highlights for me, that's like what really makes the painting sing. And it's something that's done toward the end. It's like a finishing touch. And it also, I think it defines the whole painting. I would say if you're interested in painting or making art, just listen to your inner voice and follow that, and just keep following that and keep trying new things and exploring, and it'll lead you on a journey that's what art does. They can visit my website. It's melissareischman.com, and my Instagram feed is at Meliska, and that's spelled Melliska.
Reischman's ability to channel her sensory perceptions on a canvas was particularly evident in the second gallery, where a curated selection of her charcoal works awaited. In contrast to the brightly lit room where her oil paintings were displayed, this gallery was dimly lit, creating an entirely different vibe to the exhibition. The charcoal works were nothing short of hyper-realistic. The expert shading created shadows that were reminiscent of a photograph. The MOAH CEDAR Sensory Perceptions by Melissa Reischman left those in attendance at the opening reception stunned as they discussed the various topics, including the way each piece of art made them feel, along with her choice of colors and techniques. To stay up to date with all things going on at the MOAH CEDAR, scan the QR code on the screen to visit their website.
Joe, it's crazy to think how much the MOAH CEDAR's applications have changed over the years. And a little fun fact, did you know back during World War II, they used to use the MOAH CEDAR, the Red Cross, as a food and clothing drive for our soldiers?
I did not know that, Ryan. I mean, it's really a trip because the evolution of the MOAH CEDAR, right, really gives a great perspective on time and how
Really?
things evolve. And now, was once a World War II, drive, now it's exhibition place for Militia Reischman to showcase her art. And speaking of which, her art was very hyper realistic with the charcoal to the oil paintings. What a great exhibition.
I agree. And I mean, I'm a big fan of artists that can paint with oil. I'm not a painter myself, but I understand the challenge of trying to paint with such a challenging medium like oil paints. And so the fact that she's able to deliver these works of art that really make you think and make you feel and challenge us in different ways, it's really impressive, and it really is just a beautiful work of art.
Absolutely. It's really, it does its job, right? Art's supposed to be thought-provoking and it really draws out those emotions and start up those conversations that we as humans really need that outlet for. And so shout outs to Melissa Reischman and the MOAH CEDAR for bringing art to the community. When we return from the break, we'll be highlighting Lancaster's swim team, Oasis Aquatics, which is making waves amongst local swimmers. Afterwards, we learn more about the recently approved housing development project that promises to create 235 new single-family homes in Lancaster.
Thank you for watching L28 News. Next up, we bring you coverage of the Oasis Aquatics swim team, which is transforming young individuals into accomplished athletes, followed by a look at the recently approved housing development in Lancaster, set to develop 235 new homes in our city. In Lancaster, a community united by the love of swimming has emerged, and at the forefront of this aquatic alliance stands the Oasis Aquatics swim team. Serving as a testament to the city's ongoing commitment to fostering healthy lifestyles and competitive spirit, the swim team has become a beacon for local swimmers, both young and experienced. With a shared passion for the water and a dedication to honing their skills, members of the Oasis Aquatic Swim Team dive headfirst into the pool, creating ripples of enthusiasm and camaraderie that resonate throughout the community. Join us as we explore the waves of success, determination, and teamwork that define this thriving swim team here in the heart of our city. Let's head over to the Eastside Pool to meet our news correspondent, Jacobo Garrido, with more.
What's going on, Lancaster? This is Jacobo Garrido reporting for L28 News. And as you can see in front of me, there's tons of leaves on the ground because it's fall here in the city. That means temperatures are going down and it's getting really cold. But one of the best ways to stay in shape and have fun while doing so is walking straight through those doors of the Eastside Pool. And right now, we're gonna go catch up with the Oasis Aquatics swim team and see everything they got going on right here on the pool deck. Let's go check it out. Oasis Aquatics, a local competitive swim team affiliated with U.S. Swimming, is making waves in the Antelope Valley by providing elite training for aspiring young swimmers here in the city at the Eastside Pool. Serving athletes ages 5 through 18, the team offers rigorous weekly training sessions and the opportunity to compete in various swim meets throughout the year. Committed to supporting and developing athletes, Oasis Aquatics nurtures swimmers from novice to advanced levels, preparing them to compete at both national and international competitions. Their mission statement emphasizes personal growth, accountability, and a safe, encouraging environment through the sport of swimming. These values extend far beyond the pool, promoting a healthy lifestyle, unwavering commitment, and most importantly, sportsmanship, all of which can be applied to various aspects of life. While visiting the Eastside Pool, I had the chance to speak with head of the aquatics program here in the city, Janae Walters, to learn more about Oasis Aquatic Swim Team and even got a chance to relive the glory days as well.
Yeah, so Oasis Aquatics has been here since the beginning of this facility. It's a nonprofit organization. They swim with USA Swim Team. So they practice here Monday through Fridays, and they're here for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and they've been here since day one. So we have the contacts for Lennon, who is their coach, but they can call the city of Lancaster where they can get all of the information, come to a practice Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. And get all that information there. We have 5 swim teams. We have our Lancaster High School, Antelope Valley High School, Eastside High School, our Oasis Aquatics, as well as Phoenix Aquatics, which are our private swim teams. We started swimming probably since I was 5, ever since I can remember. And then I swam through LA84 with LA County. I swam on competitive teams such as Frogs Aquatics, and that's a team that's still up and running today. I also did water polo through them, and I swam all through high school and went to meets.
According to the CDC, swimming is the fourth most popular sport in the United States, offering a multitude of benefits. Swimming is known for its low-impact nature, sparing the body from the stress associated with activities like running or weightlifting. Oasis Aquatics introduces young athletes to a full-body workout, contributing to muscle toning, strength building, and enhanced endurance. Furthermore, swimming's physical health benefits are complemented by its positive impact on mental well-being, including the reduction of anxiety. Oasis Aquatics offers an ideal platform for local youth where young swimmers can dive into a world of opportunities to develop not only as athletes, but also as well-rounded individuals. The team nurtures the champions of tomorrow while promoting health and fitness, all in the welcoming waters of Lancaster's East Side Pool. To learn more about Oasis Aquatics and their commitment to excellence, please visit their website at oasisaquaticsav.com. So whether you're looking to join a new sport or just join a competitive team, the Oasis Aquatics swim team here at the Eastside Pool is always looking for new members to join. This has been Jacobo Garrido reporting for L28 News, and we're about to send it right back to you guys there in the studio.
Thank you, Jacobo, for that swimmingly good segment.
You know what, Ryan? What a underrated physical activity swimming is. Because, with me, swimming is not one of my best features or activity to do, but it's definitely a great activity to do, especially for the youth.
You're right. No, I mean, it really is slept on in the sense that it's great for all ages, because you mentioned the young kids who are learning, but also for, our senior community who might not be able to do high impact activities like running and more strenuous activities on the joints. Swimming is a great alternative. It's easy on the joints, and, you still get that full body workout.
Right. And you can also do underwater weightlifting as well, with the styrofoam, but when you put it in the water, it gets a little resistance right there. But again, what a great alternative.
You're right. And I mean, even during these winter months, it's a great way to, still stay active, but, opt for something that's indoors. And at Eastside Pool, the pools are heated, so even better.
Can't beat those heated indoor pools. The Lancaster Planning Commission has given the green light to a transformative housing development, marking a significant step in the city's continued growth. The approval of a tract map and conditional use permit for a new community featuring 235 single-family residential lots on approximately 68 acres at the southeast corner of 80th Street West and Avenue L. This project underscores the city's commitment to providing safe, secure, and affordable housing for its expanding population. The proposed project, spearheaded by Rodeo Credit Enterprises LLC, includes a conditional use permit for a residential planned development. This aspect allows for the incorporation of smaller lot sizes within a well-planned framework. The residential lots are designed to range from 6,000 to 14,204 square feet, offering a diverse array of housing options. The development also integrates thoughtful resources, including a linear park with paseos, an amenity center, and 2 pocket parks, ensuring that 50% of the project remains open space. One important feature of the development is the inclusion of private streets and 2 roundabouts, contributing to a well-designed and efficient layout. During the Planning Commission meeting, Chairman James Vos raised important considerations regarding the project's phasing. He emphasized the importance of conditioning the project to ensure that essential amenities are installed prior to the completion of the first phase. The Commission, recognizing the significance of providing these amenities concurrently with infrastructure, voted 4-0 in favor of the proposal. This development represents more than just the addition of new homes. It symbolizes Lancaster's evolution from a commuter town to an established municipality in its own right. The commitment to creating well-planned communities not only addresses the housing needs of the growing population, but also contributes to the city's overall vibrancy and resilience. As Lancaster continues to embrace growth and development, projects like these play a vital role in shaping a future that is both sustainable and prosperous. As always, to stay up to date with the city's capital development and improvement projects, stay tuned to L28 News.
Joe, it's fantastic that the city recognizes that this area and this region in the Antelope Valley is growing, it is expanding, and they're getting at the head of that and, preparing for this influx of population with more housing.
Right, and like the report said, 235 houses on 68 acres with 2 roundabouts.
That's huge.
That's huge, and they got parks. It's like a city within a city.
Right, that's what it sounds like. And I mean, in just a few years, we can have 235 new families out here enjoying the area and, sharing this community with our neighbors.
And Ryan, with a neighborhood such as that, I can't wait to take my dogs and give them a walk in that neighborhood. So glad you could join us today. When we return from the break, today's episode will be concluding with a visit to Stay Creative, a tattoo and piercing shop whose talented artists and piercers have been servicing the Antelope Valley region for years. Followed by a recap of our L28 sports broadcast, which saw the matchup between the Quartz Royals and the Antelope Valley Antelopes.
Congratulations on joining L28's Watched Till the End Club. We'll be ending today's episode with a trip to Stay Creative Tattoo and Piercing Studio, who have made their mark as a top tattoo shop here in the city. Along with a recap of the Quartz Hill and Antelope Valley High School varsity basketball matchup brought to you by L28 Sports. Lancaster is home to a wide variety of businesses that cater to the wants and needs of residents. There's the numerous eateries and shops on the boulevard that make it possible for the community to shop local and even earn rewards with the Open Rewards Shop Local app. Avenue K and 15th Street West bring sweet treats like Boba Time and Menantial frozen treats. But there's also dozens of tattoo shops in the city, such as Stay Creative Tattoo. Stay Creative is a family-owned tattoo and piercing shop that opened back in 2021, who provide their customers with great service and even better experiences. Let's hear what the owners, Crystal and Tony, have to say about their journey so far. Here's Angel Stephenson with more.
Hello, it's Angel from L28 News, and I'm standing in one of the hot spots for body art here in Lancaster, California, Stay Creative Tattoo and Piercing Shop. Let's talk to the owners to get to know a little bit more about this up-and-coming and soon-to-be established shop and how do they stay creative. Located at 42402 10th Street West, Stay Creative Tattoo and Piercing brings the body modification dreams of Lancaster's residents and visitors alive. Upon entry, guests are greeted by the shop's owners and staff, who effortlessly create a welcoming and family-friendly environment, putting clients at ease and letting them know they're in great hands. Let's hear from the owners, Tony and Crystal, who talk about their early beginnings and their experience in the world of body art.
So we had worked for other shops before, and we kind of were just tired of working for other people. We'd always played around with the idea of opening up our own shop. It was always just a thought, a talk. It wasn't anything too serious until one day we were just, ready to take that leap. So we kind of just played around with the idea and just really made it happen. And now we've been here 2 years.
The main room in Stay Creative is home to the tattoo artists, whose individual workstations display artwork they've created, displaying the different personalities and talents that make up the team. Crystal's piercing studio is a world of its own, as the experienced piercer works with her clients to ensure a comfortable experience for anyone who walks through her doors. Stay Creative's artists also took some time to give advice to viewers looking to get their first tattoo, along with how you can stay up to date with news from the shop.
I would consider what you like, the style that you're going for. Other than that, just go for it, really. I don't think about mine too much.
Honestly, the only tip I would say is if it's your first one, you're not sure what you want to get, start off small because real estate is limited and they are permanent. So if you're not 100% sure on what you're going to build your style on tattoos-wise, a small tattoo you can cover up. Something big, it's going to take more effort.
Follow my Instagram, ArtXLAF.
Yeah, if you want to give us a follow, my Instagram is at Aesthetic Inc. Spelled just like my name, at ink at the end. But yeah, man, don't put too much thought into your tattoos. If you want something, plan something small, dip your toes in the water and, have some good times.
That's not all. Stay Creative also has an apparel line accessible through their website and available to buy in-store. The line features pins, hats, shorts, tank tops, and more. This has been Angel Stephenson from L28 News.
To learn more about Stay Creative's tattoo and piercing shop, you can scan the QR code shown on screen. You can also stay up to date with the latest content by following their Instagram at Stay Creative Tattoo.
In an impressive performance, the Quartz Royals showcased their abilities against the Antelope Valley Antelopes in their home game league opener. The action heated up as Jalen Ignacio, number 15 for the Royals, nailed a pull-up shot at the three-point line 3 minutes into the first quarter. Wet! Shortly after, the 6'3" junior Jeremiah Williams extended their lead with another three-pointer off a fast break. After stealing the ball, AV responded with a lob lead pass to Kawan Sims' Lob City, bringing the Antelope score up to 8 and marking a 6-0 run on the field goals. Despite a slow start with a slew of turnovers and missed shots from both teams, the first quarter concluded with the Royals leading 15-10. Sims, wearing jersey number 1 for the AV Antelopes, opened up the second quarter with a tip-in for 2 points. Deuces! However, the Quartz Hill Royals quickly countered with a series of plays, amassing 6 points in back-and-forth action. The score was 21-12 in Quartz Hill's favor, with 5 minutes remaining in the quarter. The Royals continued their scoring spree, adding 18 more points before the Antelopes could respond. Despite 2 successful free throws by Kawan Sims, the Antelopes found themselves trailing significantly at 32-14. By halftime, Quartz Hill had established a commanding 20-point lead, with the scoreboard reading 34-14. During halftime, our play-by-play commentator, Ronnie Wald, had the opportunity to catch up with Aaron Kavanaugh, the athletic director of Quartz Hill. Kavanaugh shared his thoughts on the team's coach, Bernard Nichter, the team's performance, and the season ahead. Let's hear some of those highlights from their conversation.
And welcome back, everyone. I call it the Dome. What do they call this gym?
The Big Gym.
The Big Gym. It's got that dome-like structure. Ronnie Wald, along with Aaron Kavanaugh, the very talented athletic director here at Quartz Hill. And you have to be excited. Your team here in the Golden League opener, basketball, leading 38-14.
Yeah, I'm excited for the basketball season. I'm excited for the winter sports. I'm really proud of Coach Nichter and what he's pulling off here.
And here's the baseball coach as well. How do things look now for I want to say Rebels, Royals baseball?
Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. We always compete. We graduated some good seniors, but we're going to be fine.
Okay. As far as this Golden League is going, you're athletic director, so you know about all the sports. Tell us how it looks for basketball at this juncture of the year.
I'm feeling good with basketball. Knight is always the tough, team for basketball, and we split with them last year. So I think we're in good shape here. We have hired a new girls basketball coach, so I like the direction they're going in.
And you gave me good information on Coach Nichter. Can you repeat that for fans out there? Because a lot of times people say, well, what's going on with Bernard Nichter? Oh, he's like Old Man River. He just keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah, he's been here longer than I have, which I've been here. This is my 20th year, and he's been here longer. But he has such a passion for the game, and it really shows and comes out, and he has a genuine care for these athletes. He wants them to do well. He pushes them, but I think they respond well to him.
The athletic director here of Quartz Hill, Aaron Kavanaugh. Aaron, tell us, what are the special challenges you have in your job? And I've always wanted to know, again, trying to juggle both jobs. How do you do it well and still keep your marriage going, your family life?
Well, my wife at home might disagree with that since I'm home, or she's home and I'm here now. But baseball in the spring, everything's kind of taken care of, so that's kind of easy to do. But it really is just about wanting the best for the athletics here and trying to make sure that this program, this school, is the top athletically in the Valley.
How do you feel about the Golden League? And baseball competes in the Golden, right?
Yeah.
So it's very much a geographical league encompassing the Antelope Valley, like Foothill is for the people in Santa Clarita.
Yeah, we're one of the few districts where every school is in the district. So the district is the league is the district. And it's, depending on the sport, some teams are good at, other teams not so much. And we compete in the league, and all of our teams make the playoffs. I told you that earlier. Last year, every team made the playoffs. So it's a good league to be in because it gives you a chance to go win a CIF championship.
And in terms of the future, I don't mean 10 or 20 years down the line, but how do you see things shaping up in the CIF Southern section?
Well, I know they're going towards the competitive equity. They're looking to place playoffs based on this year like they do in football, and they want to do that with the rest of the sports. And I see the league at some point, the league needs to be split. It can be unbalanced at times, and so whether we split north-south or east-west, that's the question.
All right, that's going to leave us with a very interesting proposition. So all our fans out there will have time to think about it. Aaron Kavanaugh put it there. And thanks for letting me bother you. It was a holiday weekend, and somehow I found this man. Was able to track him down. So thanks again, and getting our L28 crew in here.
Thank you for coming and doing this. We really appreciate the publicity you guys doing this. I appreciate it.
Back to the game. In the third quarter, the Royals not only maintained but significantly increased their lead. A highlight moment came at the quarter's end when Jaden Norman, wearing number 11, charged into the paint after an inbound pass from the sideline. His layup and subsequent foul led to a successful and one where he seized the three-point opportunity. Nicknamed Stormin' Norman by commentator Ronnie Wall during the matchup, Norman contributed a total of 16 points in the game. The Royals, leveraging their momentum, added 14 points in this quarter. Meanwhile, the Antelopes managed to score only 4 points, trailing far behind with a score of 58-21 as the game headed into the fourth and final quarter. With over 2 minutes remaining, the Royals had extended their lead to an impressive 65-21. A notable play occurred when Cason Caesar, the 6'8", 230-pound center, made a quick steal and set up Julian Enriquez for a successful fast break. The Antelopes, unable to find their footing, remained scoreless in the quarter. In the game's final moments, an intentional foul drawn by the Royals led to junior Kevin Johnson scoring the final point with a free throw, sealing the game at 68-21. To catch more local high school sports action, make sure to catch our next L28 Sports broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at City of Lancaster, California for live coverage and support and celebrate our local teams.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the City of Lancaster's news. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Joseph, and this has been
L28 News.